This is the QRPGuys RF Probe kit. I'm going to put it together. I don't think it's going to be a hard build. I think the hardest part, I just got to grind this down to a point so I can stick it in the circuit well, but there's just 3 components and a little bit of hardware, so it should be a pretty simple build. Time to stuff some components. R1. And D1, we gotta make sure we get the band the right way. Hard to see, but holding the band so it's that way. And there's a band on the board, and it'll just go right in. Nice and easy. Now, I've never soldered on camera, so we'll see how this goes. Does that look good? Try and keep the leads from going everywhere. Try again. Maybe I gotta get the oh, there we go. Just took a little bit of force there. These big posts take quite a bit of heat to solder. Sure if I got those guys, so I'll give them another quick melt. As far as I can tell, that soldering job looks fine. 3 components on. Now we gotta solder the probe into here, so turn up the temperature and probably melt the blue plastic a little bit there, but what are you gonna do? Burning plastic. Ooh, that's hot. Let that cool a minute. In the meantime, I've got to strip the ground wire. I don't know if I can do this on camera. Feed it through. I'm going to have to use pliers here to get it through the second hole. Well, I got most of the strands through. I think I'll solder that on the top and the bottom so I don't lose any there. That's pretty good. Let's see. this is cooled off enough to touch. That's good news. So if we read the manual, it says, let's see, it goes the screw, the probe, PC board, a lock washer, whoops, uh-oh. And lock washer might be lost forever. Okay, screw, probe. Careful with the lock washer this time so I don't lose it. And then the nut. And I gotta do this the other way since I'm right-handed. Some heat shrink. I'm not sure if it'll fit over the BNC. Yeah. And this will go on. And that way, I have to trim that a little bit, I think. And get a heat gun or hairdryer or something to shrink it down. And then I need a BNC to banana plug connect cable. I don't own one, I just ordered one for a couple bucks off of eBay. But since it's coming from China, it will take a couple weeks to get here. Well, the BNC to alligator clip adapter came. Here's the RF probe, and this is a little radio I've been working on. I can show you how it works. Just trace through. There's a couple of stages on transmit. So first, apply power. There's no speaker or anything. Turn on the voltmeter, and then if we poke it at this capacitor here, and apparently there's some sort of RF voltage there already. The other place is this is in between the two transmitter stages, so it's that value there, 0.096. Key down, it goes up to 139 millivolts from 80 millivolts, so the first stage is working. If we look at the output of the final stage, which is this silver transistor, there's a little voltage there still apparently, but key down, you can see it goes way up to 1.7 volts, nearly 1.8. And that is before the low pass filter. If we look at the antenna pad on the radio, you can see we lose a bit of power in the low pass filter, which you'd expect since it's taken out all the harmonics down to about 800 millivolts. And I have it hooked up to a dummy load, my QRPGuys dummy load here, and we can measure power on key down with this thing, and we're getting 0.14 watts.